Hi guys, Brent here, and welcome to another commentary video today, and another commentary video coming later this week. We're going to be talking about some experiences that I've had in the DBD community recently that have been kind of bad mentalities that I see throughout the community that I think hurts not only the community at large, but kind of at an individual level, people's ability to perform and feel happy playing the video game. So the first one that I'm going to be covering today is something that I alluded to in the react that I did to Leopai's video about DCing, is the idea that irritation does not equal overpowered, because in the DBD community, because the game is inherently balanced at its core, it is an asymmetrical game. The talk of balance and what should be balanced is always it feels like it's always at the forefront, and you know, I definitely help perpetrate that idea. I'm definitely one of those people that are always introspecting into, and not even just DBD, but any game I play, always looking at like, what is this too strong? Is this too weak? How can we change things? That sort of thing. I am definitely one of those people. So we are definitely a very like balance focused community. Even more so than, and like I say, an actual like, you know, fair and balanced competitive game is, because we are always looking to try and see how much of the asymmetry is fun asymmetry and how much of the asymmetry is way too much, is it an outlier, doesn't need to be changed. I think one of the best things that I've heard about this from a veteran player that had like 9K hours, I think they told me that DBD used to be unbalanced in a fun and quirky way, where there was a lot of like really stupid things that were funny. But recently, DBD has erred more on the side of being unbalanced in an unfun, more competitive sweat way, which is not as, obviously, as entertaining. That's a little bit of a side tangent, though. My thing is that irritation does not inherently mean something does need to be balanced. If we look and we see a consistent pattern over time of this one perk or one map consistently leading to a consistent result over and over, and it's almost based entirely on that map's existence, on that perk's existence, perhaps that thing needs to be looked at. I think two great examples are Old Eruption and Old Dead Hard. Old Eruption was quite literally turning matches from L's to W's. Old Dead Hard was literally turning hits into pallet stuns or window vaults. These two perks very much were overturning matches from L's to W's, and we're kind of doing it pretty much just by their own nature, by themselves, just by having that perk in existence. It was literally turning the tides of entire matches. So that's why these two perks got changed respectively in DBD's meta, is because they were quite literally turning L's to W's just by their own existence by themselves. No perk should have that much influence over a match like Old Dead Hard and Old Eruption did. But I feel like what happens is that like the DBD community gets like really hyper-focused. No, pun intended, gets really hyper-focused on balancing everything that irritates or frustrates them. I think a perfect example for me on the killer side is I find saboing pretty frustrating. I think saboing is pretty annoying. I mean, of course it is, right? Because like, what is saboing hooks other than I'm literally going to go out of my way to make sure you're not able to play the game. like literally, you said I'm going to make an entire build based around denying your ability to play the game to have fun. So like, I think it's kind of inherently natural to find that irritating or unfun when you get your down, you get you get that, you end that chase relatively quickly, you get the down, and then instead of being able to hook the person, you just have like two people at the hook, and then like the one takes a hit, and now the other person's wiggling off because they had breakout and they saboed the hook, and it's like you got to do that chase all over again, even though you already did it right the first time. It's just naturally, I feel like it's just naturally an irritating thing. But you don't see me out here like advocating for saboing to be nerfed. I mean, I had a match on Midwich, I think it was like a couple weeks ago. Hopefully I can find the footage of that. It was a 3-man no-mither squad that sent me to Midwich with hook offerings, and it was literally just, it was a nightmare. I was playing Myers too, so I wasn't even like a character that could have handled that relatively well. But like, even after that match where I was essentially like held hostage by a bully squad, even after that match, I didn't like recommend that saboing be nerfed in any way or no-mither be changed in any certain way. Just because something personally irritated me, I did not ergo just switch and decide that, okay, I'm going to go on my little soapbox about how we need to change sabos, how we need to take toolboxes out of the game entirely, like that sort of thing. I didn't go to that. I didn't go there. I didn't go to that extreme. And I think another good example for me is on the Survivor side. I don't like Starstruck. I think Star Trek's like there's so many perks in this game that apply expose, like Haunted Grounds, like Dragon's Grip, these things that require a lot of effort to pull off exposed. Devour Hope, another great example. And then Star Trek is just I picked up the guy. like all these other perks, you have to like there's so much strategy and stuff that goes into like getting that exposed effect to go off, and then Star Trek's just like, hey, I just pick up the guy, now you're exposed if you're nearby. I think it's just a dumb perk. I think it's silly, but like what, it wouldn't make sense for me to go on a big like crusade to get Star Trek nerfed, because it's not an overpowered perk. It's not even an unbalanced perk. It's just an annoying perk. That's all it is. It's just annoying. I would argue, Nurse made it annoying, but they already fixed that, so that's it. That's basically it. Yeah, I wouldn't go on a crusade to change Star Trek just because it's personally for me, I don't like the perk very much. I don't find it very fun to face. But I feel like most of the community has this mentality of, if this thing irritates me, it needs to be nerfed. I can't tell you how many streams I go into, both Survivor and Killer mains. I go into their streams, and anytime like anything bad happens, it immediately like becomes a balanced conversation. Like right there, just okay, balanced conversation time. Okay, they can't have that. That needs to be nerfed. Okay, they can't have that. That needs to go. Like that is the instinct response. That is the instinct response to something bad happening with a perk, with an item, with a map. It's like, okay, that can't be the way it is. That needs to be changed right away. And I think if you haven't watched a video I made a little while ago about this, my philosophy on balancing is that like it's okay to have DBD be relatively unbalanced because it is an ASIM and it's supposed to be a party game at the end of the day, but certain outliers where things are a little too much or a little too strong, that's what we need to adjust, like I mentioned with like Eruption and Old Dead Hard. But I feel like everybody, I feel like so many people go there immediately to the balance conversation over everything. Like we need to touch up everything. Everything needs to be changed across the board. And it, like in their head, it's just like there's this big like 4-page plus thing in their head of like, these are all the changes that we need to make to the game to make it fun. And you can't walk this line of the game as a party game. It needs to have some unbalance and asymmetry to it to retain its fun, but also wanting to balance every single aspect of the game whatsoever. Yes, there are some outliers and some bad things that are a little too much, right? And there's unfortunately a lot of those because, just the nature of Dead by Daylight, there's a lot of things that are unbalanced. It comes to mind. Tombstone, Old Mori. Tombstone is just an Old Mori. Myers Tombstone add-on, that's just an Old Mori. Most of Blight's add-ons are just like completely ridiculous. Just like way more than he would be still the second strongest character in the game, even without his add-ons. Why is BNP still in the game? Who knows? Like there's so much stuff in the game that's just like ridiculous. Like another great example, Garden of Joy. That window in the downstairs building of the main building, that window was the Haddonfield window from Old Haddonfield that we tried to get removed from Myers' house for years, and they finally did it, and then they just put it into the new map. So it's just little things like that. You're like, okay, maybe we should look at that. But like, I don't feel like every single thing that irritates us personally means it's objectively something that needs to be changed. And I think that, I mean, even then, like even just the phrasing that I just used is like, maybe we need to look at that, right? Like maybe it's fine. Maybe it's okay. Maybe I'm just, from my perspective it does, but maybe, maybe from an objective perspective and it doesn't, I can throw my thoughts and feelings out there of like, I don't know. I don't know if that's something we should keep in the game, but I should definitely phrase it that way, right? I should be like, I don't know if it's something we should keep in the game. I wonder if we should take a look at that. I shouldn't be like, this needs to objectively be changed because it irritated me, so therefore it should go. And I feel like a ton of people that play this video game have that mentality of it personally affected me, so it needs to be changed. And I think that's a bad mentality, and I wish we would kind of move away from that. So yeah. What do you think? Do you run into this mentality when it comes to a lot of people you play with or streamers you watch? Or is this something that you think doesn't really affect the community a lot? Let me know down in the comments below. But on that'll be it for today's video, friends. Thank you so much for watching. I know it's been kind of weird. Like, I only get like 2 commentary videos out a week. It's because we're making so much content. We have like React stuff. We have match reviews now. We're doing a lot of stuff. So yeah, I'm trying to fit in what brought me to the dance here and there. And this is like my shortest content I have now. which is weird to think about. Like, I was used to only putting out like 10, 11-minute videos. Now most of my videos are like half hour on average. It's weird. It's weird. But yeah, anyways, yeah, it's good to be back doing these things, and I will try to still fit at least 2 of these in a week. Yeah. I'm rambling now, but thank you so much for watching, guys. I appreciate y'all. Hopefully I'll see you in the next video, because I do upload daily. But if I don't, I'll see you when I see you. Bye.